Okay, we're going to take a look at the WEP Attack demonstration, similar to what we did in the classroom. Right now, as you see on this, I'm showing you what IWconfig. Now, IWconfig will show you your interfaces if you use that. And you see right here, you've got WLAN 0 and WLAN mon. So that was the one I put into monitor mode. Now, let's say you do this, and after you're finished, you want to get it back off monitor mode so you can use it again as just regular WLAN 1. There's a way you can do that. If you go ahead and do, as you see right here, airmon tac ng space stop, and then the name of the interface, as we see here, WLAN 1 mon. It's disabled it. So now if I run IWconfig again, I'm just going to go ahead and see WLAN 0 and WLAN 1. So that's sort of turning it off and on, turning an interface off and on in monitor mode. And that's just showing you that there. Remember, a lot of things in wireless, when you want to do that, you want to do some things in monitor mode. Put one of your interfaces in monitor mode. Okay. Now we're looking at airmon tac ng, and if I just type that in, that would tell me, which of those two interfaces are recognized by the airmon program to be able to config and apply some of these commands to. And as we see in my case here, both my interfaces are capable of using the airmon tools. We'll have air dump that we'll do, and an air play. So now what we're going to do is go ahead and check airmon. This is to see if any other processes are running in the background. If they are, then you're going to have to stop them. So we'll go ahead and run that. And in my case, nothing was running in the background, so I'm good to go. If you did get something up there with a process running, remember you do airmon tac ng space check kill, as I'm typing there. And that would kill any process, and then you'd be good to go ahead and start some of these commands that we use, and in this case, a WEP attack. So, nothing's in monitor mode yet. We got to put it in monitor mode. So there's our command, airmon tac ng start WLAN 1. And now it's put WLAN 1 in the monitor mode and has renamed it in monitor mode WLAN 1 mon. Okay, now I'm going to the arrow dump command. Of course, that just measures the air out there, sees what's out there, and I'm going to use my WLAN 1 mon interface to do that with. And now I start picking up different access points or wireless routers that are out there. Now, in this demonstration, the one we're concentrating on is the one called Honeypot, and you see that up there, and you see that it's security encryption here is WEP, so that's the one we'll use. And it's on channel 11. Again, these are things that we need to know. And of course, the third most important thing would be the MAC address for this access point, also referred to as the BSS ID. Alright. So now what we're going to do here is we're going to run that air dump command, concentrate on running it for capture file. We're going to write to a capture file, and we're going to capture everything. In this case so far, just anything out there that's on channel 11. So where you see the 11s up above, those are the ones that we just start capturing for. And so that narrowed it down for us a little bit. And we see there with the data just hanging out 7, 8, so forth. Now what we have to remember is what we're looking for is to get to sometimes at 20,000 spend, but to be safe, 25,000, 30,000 would definitely give you enough entries there to go ahead and make this crack. You see below there's some stations that are connected to the access points. In our case, we've got that 8480 is ours, and we have a station that's connected to it right now. So I have a machine set up that's just connected to it, doing something. The access point also has internet access, so if that machine there wants to go out to the internet, it can. And again, just simulating a normal situation. Down below here, I've opened up 2 other windows. This is good to do when you've got multiple commands you're going to run. I just go ahead and open up 3 terminals, and in this particular case, the AirPlay command is what we're talking about. And you see that command there with the MAC address of the access point and the MAC address of WLAN 1 MON. There, H standing for the host, that's this machine that's attacking. A is our access point. E, that TAC EEC, is the name of the wireless SID, in this case honeypot. Now this is something that you want to do first. It just sort of introduces, it's like, I'm paraphrasing here, but it's introducing my host machine to the access point. I can't use it yet, I haven't supplied it, but I've made contact with it and we sort of shook hands. Now what I want to do is, once we've established that, because once we shake hands and run that command, it has our MAC address in its record, and can make other things easier for us that we would run later on in certain attacks. This other command that you see here is going ahead and taking ARP traffic and trying to flood the access points with ARP entries. Again, there's only one machine right now connected to it. If you had multiple machines, you're in a network, whatever, there's multiple machines, the traffic created would be a lot more, because this is just going to reflect off any machine connected to that, giving off ARP commands. Remember, an ARP command is always a machine out there that's trying to associate an MAC address with an IP address. You see we're only at 183 right now, and we'll go ahead and start running that. That's going to go ahead and start things. Now if there's not much activity going on in the network, it's still going to take a little bit, but it will produce more. You see up in the upper right here, I've got a ping. Now the 105 is the IP address of that machine that's connected to the access point, and there's various ways to get that. In this particular case, 192.168.1.105, and when I ping it, it's going to even cause more traffic with that one machine. If I had multiple machines connected to it, I could go ahead and ping, open up a couple other terminals and ping them also at the same time. You see it moving a little bit more up there by the data for that. We're moving further on now. Not too much time's gone by, and we're getting up to about 18,000. Now, if that machine goes on the internet and starts doing things, or pulling down video, or watching something, that even causes more traffic to be generated. So, and usually things like that are happening. That's a normal situation. But you see, we're up to 26,000 now. Again, I moved it up a little bit. This whole thing really would take about 10 minutes because of just being one machine and not much traffic going on. But machine's connected out now, doing some things. It's getting pinged against. AirPlay's running ARP commands. So that's what's moving this along. And you see, we have enough now to go ahead and move to our last command, our last little tool called AirCrack. And so what you do is just go ahead and stop the other two. You see we stopped the bottom one and the one on the right. And all of them are stopped. So now we're going to go ahead and run the air crack tool. And you'll see in this command we've got air crack. Attack B is the, again, MAC address of the access point. And remember we ran a command earlier and we called it capture file 4. Now that's the file we need to go get. I've got 5 right there, so I need to change that 5 to a 4. Hence the asterisk sign that you have to have that in there, and it's .cap. Okay, so I'll change that to a 4. And of course I had the word file put in there too, so it's capture file 4 star.cap. Now this will go pretty quick because it started with the A's. Remember we had our ABC12 as the password we had put in. And you see that's pretty quick, right? So you have the key that's found. You have it in ASCII ABC12, and you also have it in hex. If you would apply either one of those two, it would take the password, and you could, in this case, you'd want to get on the network, get on that Wi-Fi, and then once an attacker gets into the network, there's a lot of things that they can do from there. That's where the escalation of the attack can do some other malicious things. But that's how easy that is when someone's using WEP. Okay, and that concludes this video.